to whoever is listening. Uh, I'm not even sure where to start with this because honestly, this is not scripted. This is not scripted at all. I'm just speaking as aspiring artist and an aspiring content creator. I'm just speaking on my performance, for lack of better terms, from consistency in content creation since I suppose you can say from late 2024. Honestly speaking, on my side, and I don't have much time to say this, but on my side, I've been undergoing a serious, you could say, creative slump because now it's just a whole convoluted, using misusing terms right now. It's just a whole mixture of all of these things that lead me not to be a frequent creator or drop frequent content because speaking from a side where I'm aspiring to become a YouTuber, there have been a bunch of roadblocks on the way. Namely, I could speak on few right now. It's I don't have enough money, to acquire the particular equipment that I desire. Right? It's not like I don't have enough money to post content at all. You've seen whoever's probably watching this has already seen other videos on my channel. I don't have the money that I desire to actually acquire particular equipment that would be very useful for the things that I'm trying to engage in. So that is one issue. Another issue is late 2024, I got mugged, you can say. That's not what you can say, it's what it is, rather. I got mugged, my phone went, and to my demise, I realized that I did not back up a lot of videos because I have been in that space of time making other videos, not just reactions, but also gaming. I was actually involved in some gaming things. I wanted to start also doing gaming things. So I basically took a break from the city that I was living in, Johannesburg. I took a retreat also for my mental state because my mind was not with me at the time that I got mugged because the way it happened, it just didn't make sense. I don't think I'll say it anytime soon. Maybe much later in the future, I'll explain, I'll emphasize on how or what happened. So I wind up this side at Eastern Cape, next to a town they call Stexbury. It's not very far from maybe a key city like Komani. It's not very far from Komani. Okay, but in relativity, I suppose I think it's Komani is over 100 kilometers away from there, give or take. But uh, where I am is like rural suburbia, I suppose you can say. It's not far from Stexbury. It's a key town as well, I suppose. And just being here has actually given me more of a break than the hectic noise that sided at Josie. So one of the reasons also I haven't always, even though I came here and I got my break, the break that I wanted for the entire of 2025, it seems like another issue was also paying attention to what I was doing, because above and beyond everything, I left the the whole thing in a way you can say is a break from content creation, not just because I got mugged, but also because at the time I was trying to be led by God, for what He wanted for my life, and content creation was just not what He wanted me to engage in. Even now, that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. So, disclaimer: this is not something that God wants from my life. Or He never said that He wants this for my life, especially not now. So that's just a disclaimer on my part. So I can never say that whatever happens wrong from this point onwards, next is God's fault or anything. Like nobody should blame God for anything that happens from this point on. You know. So with that being said, I did try to focus on Him more, but after the incident whereby not just the mugging but the other things that happened, I suppose you can say it did make my faith stumble in a way that really matters. I suppose. And well, in biblical terms, or rather in I don't know, Christian terms, we can say that I've backslidden. That's the truth. I have backslidden, and with my backsliding, ooh, It's been a nasty battle with not just my own thoughts as a person who seemingly has ADHD, but also the intrusive thoughts. Because at the time I was, trying to lock in with God, I got to know different things, like revelation of different things. Like, for example, how intrusive thoughts are actually demons whispering in your ear. That's why they call it intrusive thoughts. They intrude your mind intentionally, so that you can think that you thought of the idea, but no, it's not yours. It's not for your good either, or not for the people around you or the environment around you is good anyway. So that aside, yeah, I've been battling with that. I've been battling with regret more often than not, because partially I felt like a lot of things that happened that side back in Joburg were my fault as to how I ended up losing my phone in a mugging. And honestly, above and beyond that, I also feel like I have somewhat of a regret with also how I had to, distance myself from particular relationships because of my current situation, me taking a break from Josie. But honestly, I think it's not something of a break. I personally don't want to be in the city again, if I'm being honest. It's my personal preference, because if I ever go back to Johannesburg, I'm thinking to myself, I gotta be in a, well moneyed, like maybe someplace in Sandton I can only fantasize. But above and beyond all of that, me, goodness sake, man, it's draining, it's tiring. I'm not sure if you can see it in my eyes. I'm still tired. It's 2026 and I'm still tired. I should have dropped an album, because I was also working on some music. Should have dropped an album last year, but things didn't work out, and I suppose it's just random things that just doesn't make any sense, and that does demotivate me, and it just becomes a vicious cycle of, when things don't work out my way, I get somewhat demotivated, and so I keep on procrastinating because I feel demotivated. I feel hardly motivated to do that. I suppose that is a bit of laziness to that element as well. And so, yeah, me personally, I'm in a point whereby I'm still trying to, content create, because that's kind of like where my heart is. And with the equipment I have, like if we could just show you my equipment, this is I think hardly call it equipment. It's just my phone, and these are, imagine this, my headphones. I know it's tragic. I made these myself from scratch out here because there were materials available. But you can already imagine type of things that, so many other videos. Like, I have, this is a new phone that my auntie donated to me, used to be hers. There's so many videos I tried to film with this phone. The RAM destroyed. I mean, the RAM corrupted. I wouldn't say the RAM. It's just the files got corrupted on the phone. I think the RAM has something to do with it partially, but I'm not really a tech head, so I don't know how these things go. Just know that there's not much I can actually do with this phone, which I wish I would have done, because I'll be recording on games and stuff, even if I'm not doing any reactions. And on another part of the reactions, and also the music that I'm making as well, well, with throughout me trying to make that album as well, the reason why I'm still working on it is because, honestly speaking, there are things about my album that I have sampled. Like, truth be told, I have sampled a few things. So I'm just, going through the process of mitigating potential damage towards me, legally speaking. And all of that, when it comes to trying to jump through loopholes of copyright and all of that stuff, it also added on my demotivation and drain, because I'm really burnt out. I think I do mention that in one of my songs on my Working Progress album. And above and beyond everything, where my thoughts, also where the reaction parts are concerned, where I probably would be reacting to music or videos. It's just, a lot of like, there are a bunch of things, there are a bunch of sketches that I've did, but those drafts, I'm not sure if I'll be able to publish them without any heat on myself, because this is intellectual property from other people, and unlike Josie Mob, I don't know anyone inside. And because of, at the time, my planned allegiance with the Lord, he did not wish for me to actually partake in, circular media. I think that's one of the reasons why he doesn't want me to be what you call it, a content creator, especially not for the circular media. So for that reason being, I suppose you can say it's burnt bridges, but not really. It's just not in speaking terms with a lot of people when it comes to that aspect of reacting to music, especially with the Josie Mob thing. Guys, if you're watching this, please go ahead, subscribe to Josie Mob. You can just type it in your search bar. I don't think there's any other channel like Josie Mob has that name. Just subscribe to them and try to listen to their music. I promise you, it's a movement. It's a definite movement of young people, man. Like us young people, of them, because I'm also young, but I'm not part of their group actually. But just young people getting together as a whole collective, making music. That is inspiring for myself as well. Yeah, just go. Please just take your time to check their content out. It's actually I like it. I like it above and beyond everything. So yeah, yeah. I suppose that's all I really have time to say. If I have to summarize everything, I can't really make or release music right now because I'm working on things that can avoid me being sued in the future. To avoid copyright infringement. I cannot um, react to people's videos a lot, not many, and release it because I'm also thinking of the same copyright infringement. I'm going through a slump whereby it's a mixture of procrastination and demotivation, which ultimately results to further laziness. And yeah, I suppose these are generally also all the reasons I don't have enough money to buy better equipment. So I suppose that's pretty much everything anyone would want to know why I'm not being consistent. So I mean, I'll try to see what I can do. I'm still working on it, but yeah, that's all for me. Thank you for listening. If you were listening or watching this, yeah, thank you.